Last week, I made $60,000 worth of sales. The surprising thing, though, is that the majority of that came through TikTok. I just posted about the launch over on Twitter, and I had a really good question here from Alex. Alex was asking, I'm surprised by the TikTok stats. Why do you think this is the case? Is it not only a platform for kids and dances? So I am totally with Alex on this point. When I first started TikTok, I was dubious. I didn't think we'd be able to do business here. But 65% of that $60,000 came from TikTok. That's about $40,000. And to get those leads from TikTok over to the waiting list, I did somewhere between 8 and 10 videos about the workshop. So let's say it's 10, that means each of those videos is worth about $4,000, and they took me 2 or 3 minutes each. Lots of people think of TikTok as a good place to get brand awareness, to build up a large audience, but not necessarily to make sales. But it absolutely is. You just need to have the right funnel in place in order to get people off TikTok into your sales funnel and then make those higher ticket sales. So what worked really well for us during cohort 1, which was 6 figures, and cohort 2, which is about $60,000, was I would literally talk about what it is that we were selling and then say there's an application form in my link. We used an application form basically to filter down so that we didn't have time wasters, but instead people who were actually willing to make the investment. And then of the people on the application list, we converted 12.65% of them to paying customers. And the caliber of the people who have come into this cohort is really high, like amazingly high. These are some really advanced senior people who have been in their industries for a long time. Again, that is not what you'd expect on TikTok. You would expect a younger demographic, people who are not necessarily very far into their careers and they don't necessarily have disposable income to spend on education. That assumption has proven to be false, though, because we've run 2 cohorts off the back of TikTok that have done very well. And it's not just these launches, all of my consultation and workshops as well, it comes off TikTok. And we're talking about for some very large companies here, big top 100 in the world companies. There's a really weird 1-2 punch, which I'd love to see somebody study this, but basically what happens is I will be seen on TikTok by somebody who works at one of these large companies. So that's where the awareness and the reach of TikTok is really powerful. But that individual will then go and find me over on LinkedIn to check out if I'm legit, basically. And then they will contact me on LinkedIn, often saying, hey, I saw you on TikTok. It's a really powerful 1-2 combination that I don't think many people are using, where you use the reach and awareness that TikTok gives you, along with the legitimacy that LinkedIn gives you. This could be a really powerful technique for whatever your business is. Basically, you would use TikTok in order to talk about what it is you do. And then you say, hey, by the way, my portfolio or my longer articles are over on LinkedIn. So people will move from TikTok over to LinkedIn. They'll start to see the more professional side of you and then hopefully connect and reach out and do business with you. So if you are sleeping on TikTok, do not. It's been a wonderful experience for me this year. I've been making videos for about 6 months now and we're nearly at 100,000 followers. I don't do anything special. I don't do scripting. I don't do editing. My videos are very lazy. I'm literally sitting on my armchair and recording. But just doing my little videos has led to a couple of hundred, probably $250,000 worth of revenue already. If you need a nudge to get started, hopefully this is one. I'm also toying with the idea, I don't want to be a TikTok guru, but I'm toying with the idea of doing a kind of an accountability program where we spend 30 days or 60 days with me giving you prompts, giving you video ideas. You do the video for your business and you have the accountability of a group in order to get you going. Because what really matters, or what I found to matter, is volume and consistency. The more I put out, the more I grow. And if I have any lulls in publishing, I don't grow. So just getting people into that groove of creating, making sure you can come up with ideas very easily, so you have a bank of ideas, and then showing people how to record videos very easily like this in order just to get their ideas and get their value out there. This is something I'm thinking of doing. I have so many projects already that it is a low priority. If that is something that would be interesting, drop a comment just so I kind of know. That wasn't the purpose of this video, but hey, what the hell.